Welcome to Let's Talk in English. We are very glad to have you on today's show. I hope you are ready to learn and practice English. My name is Peter, one of your teachers here on the show. Today's topic is technology, and the title of today's show is A New TV. A New TV. Katie, are you good with technology?
Sometimes, Peter, but other times if I get a new piece of technology, it takes me a long time to get used to it. Hi everyone, my name is Katie, and I hope you're ready to learn a lot with us today.
Technology is great, but sometimes I like to leave that at home. Well, friends, let's go to today's Read It and read along with Katie.
High definition is a new technology. The station is updating its equipment. Alex and Abby look at the directions. Wow, there are a lot of directions. Don't worry, Abby. Alex can set up the TV. He can explain all the buttons on the remote too. Great job, Alex. The colors and sounds on the TV are sharp.
Technology is always changing. I think we all know that. Do you think this is good or bad?
Well, it's good because technology is always getting better. That means everything is getting lighter, faster, and smarter.
You're right. My old phone was this big, and it used to weigh a lot. Now it is small and light. How did we live with such big and heavy phones? I don't know.
That is a great question, Peter. Well, everyone, right now it's time for us to learn today's key words. Here's Christina.
今天讲到电视台新买的 HD 高画质电视。其实电视台原先的电视并没有坏，但是为了要更新器材，使它更现代化，所以就买了 HD TV。要更新或是使什么更现代化，就用动词 update. They are updating their equipment. Equipment 就是器材。新电视买来是要先看说明书，说明书是 directions. 这些字当说明书的意思时，一定要用复数的形态。They look at the directions. 新电视的功能好像很复杂，不过这对 Alex 来说一点都不难。他说他看了之后会向 Abby 说明清楚。说明解释就是 explain. Alex can explain the directions to Abby. 他会说明遥控器上所有按键的使用方式。遥控器上的按键就是 button。Button 这个名词原本是纽扣、扣子的意思，不过它也可以用来讲按键。There are so many buttons on the remote. Remote 就是遥控器，也叫做 remote control. Rob 觉得新电视的色彩真的很棒，色彩颜色就是 color. The colors on the new TV are great. 当电视的解析度很高，画质很好的时候，它的颜色对比就很鲜明清晰。这个时候就可以用形容词 sharp. The colors are really sharp.
Thanks for your help, Alex.
You're welcome, Abby. Can I ask a question?
Of course.
The old TV in the meeting room isn't broken. Why did we buy a new one?
High definition is new technology. We need to update our equipment.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense.
Can you help me set up the TV?
Sure.
Yesterday, the office got a new TV. This TV is really nice and has a clear picture. And Alex helped Abby move the TV by using a cart.
That's right. The office is updating all the things. They mean new things since technology gets better every year.
To update means to change something so it's new or has the right information. Maybe you have a lot of meetings and you need to get things done. make sure you update your calendar so that you don't miss anything.
Or we all know clothing styles change a lot too. If your clothes are old and out of style, then maybe you should update the clothes that you're wearing.
Update my clothes? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, now the old TV is out of the meeting room and we have the new TV. Katie, what needs to happen with the new TV now?
With something that has lots of parts and wires, you need to set it up. Christina, our favorite word lady, is here to help us learn more about this phrase.
新电视买来要先安装设定好，设定就是 set up。所以 Abby 请 Alex 帮忙，她说 Can you help me set up the TV? Set up 就是安装设定。还有什么东西是买来需要先安装设定的呢？比如 He is setting up his new computer. 安装设定新电脑。如果你买了新手机也是一样，要先做安装设定。He is helping me set up my cell phone.
New technology is really nice, but every time you buy a new phone or computer, you need to set it up so that you can use it.
That makes sense. If you don't set it up, you can't use it. But I know something else that makes a lot of sense, and that's today's calendar phrase.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. 这还蛮有道理的。
Teachers teach.
That makes sense.
Singers sing.
That makes sense.
Painters paint.
That makes sense. What do bosses do?
Anything they want.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. 这还蛮有道理的。
When talking with someone, try using this phrase. When you understand something or you want to agree with someone, you can say, that makes sense.
Right, but if you don't understand, say, that doesn't make sense. Katie, my phone is old. I think I'm going to buy a new one.
Well, that makes sense. We all need to update once in a while. How old is your phone?
Just 2 months old. But another one came out. I think it's really nice. It's time to update.
That doesn't make sense, Peter. You should wait a little longer to get a new phone. Well, friends, right now it's time for us to go to Conversation B and see what happens there.
Let me find the directions. Wow, there are a lot of directions.
Let me see.
The pictures look confusing. Why are there so many buttons on the remote?
Don't worry. I can set up the TV. I can explain all the buttons on the remote too.
Thanks, Alex. That will be great.
No problem.
It can take some work to set up something new, especially something like a TV or computer. You should read the directions very carefully.
Directions tell us what to do. If you do what the directions say, there should be no problem with what you set up.
When you travel somewhere, you may need help finding your hotel or a place to eat. You can ask someone for directions. Their directions will help you get there.
Directions can be helpful, but sometimes they are confusing. You may get lost and not know what to do next. This can make you confused. Let's go to Christina for help with these 2 words.
Abby 觉得说明书上的图片很乱，很不清楚。她说 The pictures look confusing. 这里的 confusing 是现在分词，做形容词用表示 混淆不清的意思。比如说一个旅游行程表写得不清不楚的，这个时候就可以说 This is so confusing。所以 Abby 觉得新电视说明书上的图片很难懂，他就说 The pictures look confusing。另外，若是有人觉得自己被弄糊涂了，就说 I am confused。因为人是被弄昏了头，所以形容词用含了被动意味的过去分词 confused。所以 confusing 和 confused 的用法方式是不一样的哦。
I hope that after listening to Christina, you are less confused. English can be confusing sometimes, so the best way to learn is to practice with a friend.
Abby seems to be uncomfortable with all this new technology. There are a lot of directions and a lot of buttons.
That's why she says, why are there so many buttons on the remote? Let's go to Rebecca for some help with this grammar point. Here she is now.
Today, we have a very useful grammar point. Why are there so many nouns on the noun? You could say, why are there so many questions on the test? Or, why are there so many onions on the pizza? Friends, don't be afraid to use it.
Thanks, Rebecca. If you have a long test, you may ask, why are there so many questions on this test?
Or what if there's a lot of traffic? You could say, why are there so many cars on the road? Well, Alex seems to know a lot. Maybe we should ask him.
You're right. Alex does know a lot, and he knows a lot about technology, how to set things up, and he knows what every button does. He could explain the answers to a lot of questions. When you explain something, you are helping someone to understand.
On this show, we try to explain the meanings of words or phrases to help you learn English. We tell you what words mean, and we tell you how to use different phrases. That's why there are so many explanations on the show. But I think that we've explained enough for right now. So let's take a break. We'll be right back after this.